Yo, today we're making some future bass just like this. Welcome to another video, guys. Today I'm gonna be honest with you. All the tracks that I've shown on the channel so far have not been produced by me. Okay? I gotta admit it, I've got a ghost producer. And here she is. Say hello to the camera. Say hello to the camera. Right there. Her name is Tita, she's a new member of the family. We got her when she was just 8 weeks old, so she was a little baby. And yeah, now she's 3 months old, and you know what that means. I haven't slept in weeks. Wait, bro, didn't you hate dogs? Oh yeah, no, I'm just using it for views. Who's a little? Who's a she's little? Who's a she's little? Yeah, okay, she's really sleepy. I gotta get her to bed. Let's go to bed. Okay, guys, so today we're making a future-based track. So let me show you the project, right? The headphones. All right. Okay, guys, so this is the project right here. It's a really simple project. I try to make, you know, a simple, typical future-based track for this video. And by the way, I'm giving this FLP for free, so I'll leave the link down in the description. Just make sure to go there and download it. Let's start with the basics. The first thing I got was a vocal from Splice. It sounds like this. Okay, so on the drop, I just left it as it was for the first part, and then I chopped it on the second one like this. Okay, this last tempo, as you can see, it's pitched down 12 semitones, all right? And then at the end, it has this growth speed effect, okay? That is it's a sort of a gate effect, okay? It's a saw gate effect, actually. And it does this. Okay, for the processing of the vocal, guys, I just added some auto-tune at C major. Okay, I just hit the return speed to the maximum. This is a spliced vocal, so it comes with auto-tune already. It's perfectly pitched pretty much, but I like to add it a bit more because I feel like it makes a difference. Okay, then I changed the format to 150, so it wasn't that pitched up. It wasn't sounding too high. Okay, then just some EQ to cut out the low end, fruity fastest to add that distortion, which I like. Okay, let's see the difference. Let me just uncheck these boxes. Okay, so this is without the fruity distortion. Then we just add some fruity fastest and it goes like this. I feel like it breathes more through the track with this kind of distortion. Okay, then just a compressor. Okay, then some Valhalla room to give it that reverb. And also makes it a bit more stereo. Then I just added some fruity delay. This is for the buildup. I automated it. And some growth speed for the automation I just showed you. And then a fruity limiter to sidechain it with the kick hits, okay? All right, moving on to the drums, guys. And by the way, if you want to get most of these future-based samples, you can get my future-based sample pack. It's just $10, all right? And it can help you a lot. Okay, so first off, I just chose a kick. Sounds like this. Okay, then like a simple snare. Okay, guys, usually I layer my snares for future bass, but yeah, I made this really simple so you could practice with the FLP. Okay, and this snare itself, it sounds good alone. Obviously, it could sound better with the layering, of course. Okay, then I just added a crash. Okay, I love this crash. A reverse snare. How I do this is I get a snare, we just open it, we press M to make it unique, okay? Then we reverse it, we increase the mole a little bit. What the mole does is it stretches the sample, as you can see, okay? I put it at auto, I change its mode for generic bleeding, so it ends like this, okay? It's sort of like a crossfade. Then I reduced it a bit, and we get this. I really love to do this, especially on drums, because it gets that transition feeling into the drum. Okay, and this is how the drums sound. Okay, we also have these toms right here. Sound like this. Then I just automated the pen. How you do this is you go to the pen parameter, you just right click, create automation clip. Okay, and here it is. And then I just drew a line like this and it goes from left to right. Okay. Okay, moving on to the bass, guys. For this track, I have two different basses. Okay, the first one, it sounds like this. It's just a silent one, big bass. It goes like this. And then another one, which is a sub. It's just a silent sub. Okay. Once again, I made this project really simple because I didn't want to have much channels. But obviously, and I sent both the mid bass and the sub bass to the same channel. But you should not do this, guys. And okay. As you can see, I didn't even EQ them. All right. I just added like a sausage fattener for distortion and an LFO tool to make this rate 1.8 sidechain effect. Okay, it sounds like this without the LFO tool. And then with it. All right, then for the second part, I added an 808. Just a simple 808. Okay, and I complemented it with some hi-hats, and this is how bass with the drum sound. And then the 808 part. Then the last thing I added, guys, was the leads. I just added some main leads. Okay, and for this, I got like 5 layers, I guess, and this is how it sounds. Okay, we can go layer by layer. First layer is going like this. It's just the init preset from Sound 1. Then the second one. It's called the chord type. I guess it's from a cymatics serum bank. Okay, then the third one. Another silent one. This one is to add some more mid and high frequencies. The first one was to add some mono information. And then the second one that you just heard was to have like some stereo information, okay? Because I pan it to the sides, as you're going to see later on. Then the fourth one, it's a 3x oscillator and it goes like this. I added this one just so the chords felt more melodic, okay? Then the last one is another 3x oscillator. What it has is just like a regular saw wave and then some white noise, okay? And it goes like this. Okay, just to add those high frequencies. Okay, all together, guys, sound like this. Okay, for the processing, okay, first one, I just added some EQ to cut out some low end. The second one, I just cut out some low end and added a stereo shaper, okay, like a delay stereo shaper to make it a bit wider. Okay, then on the third one, once again, just some EQ to cut out some upper mid frequencies and some low end. Fourth lead is just some EQ to cut the low end. And then the lead bus, which contains all the leads. Okay, just another EQ once again. Okay, compress all the leads together. Another compressor, an OTT1 to compress them and give it a bit more brightness. Okay, then a sound godizer to make it a bit fat and brighter as well. Then some more EQ to cut out some low end. Another EQ, and this one is for filtering, if I'm not wrong. And then the LFO tool to give it the sidechain effect. And last but not least, the limiter to create the sidechain when the kick hits. So this is how the leads sound. Okay, as you can see, this is the filter. Then I didn't show you the fourth lead right here because this one is a complementary one. It's made out of 2 leads, okay? It's made out of a violin first that sounds like this. Then a second one that goes like this. Once again, guys, I routed them to the same track, but obviously don't do this and EQ your sound separately. So this is why I didn't show lead 4. Lead 4 contains EQ to cut out some low end, sound goodizer for fatness, then some Valhalla broom. I applied some reverb directly to those leads only because they play a different rhythm. Okay, then the glue to compress them, some stereo widening, EQ for the filtering effects, then some kickstart because I felt it gave it a bit more groove. Okay, and then a limiter to sidechain them when the kick hits. All the leads together sound like this. Okay guys, lastly, I just have some effects. Okay, I just added a riser on the build with some sweep ups. Okay. Then I also added a riser right here, and I reversed the vocal so the drop hits a bit more and there's like a sort of connection between the build and the drop. It goes like this. Okay, then some short sweeps. I like this right before the drop because it makes the connection stronger. Okay, it sounds like this. And to add even more emphasis to that, I reverse the first kick. Okay, like this. Okay, then together. Then for the drop, I also had some sweeps. Just add some movement and also white noise. Okay, they just go down, up and down. Okay. Okay guys, then for the mastering, I just added some Endless Smile. This is not for the mastering actually, it's just for the build. Okay, as you can see, I made this build really simple. I didn't even add fills or anything. I just wanted to sound like really simple with the vocal and the leads coming up filtered. Okay, but to make it a bit bigger, I automated this Endless Smile, as you can see, and this is what it does. Okay, without the Endless Smile, it sounds like this. Okay, it's really dry, but then we add some Endless Smile and this is amazing. Okay, it sounds like this. Okay, it gives it like a sort of a low cut filter and then some reverb. It sounds amazing. Okay, then the mastering, I just added a fruity balance because my levels were hitting on 0 dB already. So in order to have headroom to master, I dropped it down 3 decibels just so I had room to bring things up. Okay, then a Ozone 8, this is a really simple master, right? I just went to presets and I chose the electronic preset, which sounds pretty okay for EDM in general. Okay, I didn't mess with the equalizer because I thought it sounded great. For the imager, I just added a bit of stereo imaging to the mid, upper, high, and high frequencies. Okay, not a lot, just a tiny bit. A bit more on the high frequencies because I like to make it brighter. Then I reduced it a bit on the low end, which goes to 200 hertz just to make that bass mono. Okay, then the maximizer at a minus 0.3 ceiling and the threshold at -4. It sounded okay. Okay, and then I thought I needed some boost on the mid-low, so I added a post EQ just to raise them a little bit. Okay, and next off I added a limiter just to, you know, limit things a bit. And compress it a bit down. I just boosted like a 0.3. This is just to contain the peaks of the song, okay? Nothing much. And then you have a U-lean loudness meter just to check the loops and how loud the track is sounding. And I think it's hitting like some reasonable levels. Let me check. Okay, we're around at -8, -7. Of course, I didn't push it too much. It could go further, but I think that this sort of level keeps things, keeps the dynamics of the song and things a bit smoother. Of course, I could push it a bit louder, but for that, and if you want to compete on the loudness war, you'll have to do a great job at mixing, okay? And this time I didn't, obviously, because the basses are routed to the same tracks, some leads are routed to the same tracks. There's obviously frequencies competing with each other, and that would mess your mastering for sure. Okay, so it will be really hard to bring things up without distortion. Okay, And that was it, guys. Really simple. Don't forget, I'm giving this FLP for free. Yeah, just download it, guys. Just download it and do whatever, okay? Okay, guys, so this is how the final result sounds. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, download the free FLP, and practice a lot. Okay? And I'll see you soon. Take care.